back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. Today I have my first impressions on the new Double Wear Nude Foundation from Estee Lauder. So if you want to see this first impressions, keep on watching. A couple weeks ago I purchased a new Estee Lauder foundation, the Double Wear Nude, and I'm pretty excited to try and see how well it works because I really love the Stay in Place foundation. So I really have high expectations for this one. And this one comes in a little package like this. You do get one fluid ounce, which is 30 milliliters, and it does retail for $42. I picked up the color 1 and 2 from there, so I don't know if I chose correctly, so we'll see how well this foundation actually fits my skin tone, but I'm really excited to try it. And it is a water-based makeup. So for this kind of makeup, when it's water-based, I do recommend you to use a brush, not a sponge, because the sponge is going to absorb all that water, and yeah, and you basically are losing that product. So I do not recommend you to use like a beauty blender or a sponge to apply this type of foundation. With the Stay in Place foundation, I love using the sponge because it actually, I don't know, it does well for that. But for this particular foundation, because it's a water-based foundation, I do highly recommend you to use the brush. And for that, I'm going to be using the Multitasker Complexion, which is number 45 from Sephora. I'm going to be using this type of brush to apply the foundation. So I'm pretty excited to see how well it works. And on the packaging, it does say that it's a Double Wear Nude, it's water fresh makeup. It does have SPF 30, which is nice because, you know, with summer right now, you really want to protect your skin because you don't want to get a nasty burn or anything. And I'm assuming because it's a water-based makeup, it's going to be more light to your skin, so it's just going to give you more hydration. And then it does say here it's water light, super protective, and it moves. It's a long wear, 12 hours. It is highly SPF fights environmental damage from UV, and it's oil-free. And it does give you to light to medium coverage. If you like high coverage makeup foundations, then probably this one will not be really great for you because this is a light to medium coverage. So yeah, so it's a very, very like natural, very flawless. So I think they're trying to go with that more of a natural glow. That's why typically like the water-based foundations, that tend to be more like to give you a hydration to your skin and just to give you a natural glow. So it's not full coverage, it's only light to medium coverage, as it says here on the packaging. So I'm pretty excited to try it and see how well it works. And just to give you a background of what type of skin I have, I am a combination. I'm like a pizza combination, you know, skin. I have some patches where it's like dry, like right now my whole cheeks are dry. My T-zone is very like oily, but my cheeks are very like dry right now. My lips right here, it's like super drying. I don't know, I just have like a very like combination skin. So I'm pretty excited to see how well it works on my skin. But yeah. And then also, as you can see, like I do have a lot of acne. So I'm pretty excited to see how well it covers this type of acne, you know, my type of acne that I have. Because I have like cystic and I don't know, I just have a weird skin. So I'm pretty excited to try and see how well it works. So I'm going to zoom you in so you guys can see my full-blown face, okay? Okay, so this is the closest I can zoom in with my camera. So hopefully this works. So I'm going to be using this brush, the 45 brush from Sephora. And this one does not have a pump. I know you could buy like the pumps from, you know, MAC. They have the pumps you could buy there, or even Sephora. They have a little pump so you could buy it. So it doesn't have a pump, which I don't like because sometimes I think I put too much product, which is not good. And it does say to shake well because, you know, it's a water base, so you have to shake well. And I don't know if you guys could hear the water. It is very watery, so I'm going to be shaking. So I think you have to shake so everything comes in together. So then I'm just going to grab like this. Ooh. You know, I think I'm going to grab my finger. Make sure that your hands are washed and you have no sticky or any bacteria in your hands, although you can't clear bacteria from your hands, but make sure to wash your hands before touching the foundation because it's nasty. You don't want to get more bacteria into your skin and cause more breakouts. And then I'm just going to put my finger like this. I'm just going to go like this. And I'm just going to put it around my skin here. I'm just going to dot it in because I feel if I put it on the brush, it's just going to make a huge mess. And it's very liquidy. It is very, very liquidy. Compared to the Stay in Place, this one is very liquidy. So I don't, oh, did you guys see that? So I don't know how the shade is going to work on this one because I think I grabbed the wrong shade. It's too light, I think. But let's see how it works. Now I'm just going to go in with my brush and I'm just going to buff that into the skin. I didn't use any primer because I just want to see how well it works with my skin, because with this type of water-based foundations, you have to be careful what type of primer you use, because you don't want to use a silicone primer because that's just going to break apart the foundation. And then also, I don't want to use a water primer because that's going to make it more watery, so I just wanted to try it out with no primer and see how well it works. You know, probably the more I use it, I'll experiment more, but I just wanted to see how it applies. Okay, so this is just with one like pump, if you would say, you know, like one quote. And I don't know, I feel like it didn't cover. It gave me like a nice glow to my face, but it did not cover. So it's definitely like a light to medium coverage. So I'm gonna go in with more, with another layer, and see how it covers. But so far I feel like it just gave me a nice luminosity to my skin. It gave me a nice hydration. I think this foundation is perfect for like if you go into the beach, because it gives you a nice hydration to the skin. But for coverage, it didn't cover. As you can see, you can still see my pimples here, my acne scars. You can still see them. So it didn't cover anything. So I'm going to go in with another layer of foundation and see how it works. So this is with 2 layers of foundation. So definitely this foundation does give you a nice luminosity to your skin, but does not cover any acne or any dark spots you might have. You know, it is definitely lightweight to me. Although it says light to medium coverage, for me it's more of a light coverage. So yeah, so I think it just depending. You can still see here some acne coming through, but it does give me like a nice glow. If you're going for a glowy look, this foundation will definitely do its purpose. It's going to give you a nice healthy glow to the skin. I feel like it does give me a nice glow. Like I'm seeing myself in the viewfinder here, and definitely I do have a nice glow, which, you know, it's perfect, but it doesn't give me like that enough coverage for my skin. You know, I really love the Stay in Place foundation because that one covers my acne so good and it makes my skin so flawless. Yeah, but this one is very light coverage for my skin. Probably for you it might work better. It's just depending, you know, but for me it's definitely lightweight coverage. Give me a nice luminosity. Like I'm seeing here myself and I'm like, damn, like it does give me like a nice glow, which is good. You know, it gives you like a nice healthy glow to the skin. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my makeup because I want to see how everything works well, so I'll be right back. Doing my makeup, my whole makeup, and I did set up my foundation with the Makeup Forever HD. I believe that you do have to set the foundation because it's a little bit too watery for my taste, so I did set that foundation. But overall, I think that the foundation gives me like a natural glowy look, very, very natural. It's not heavy on the face. It's definitely lightweight, and I think it's perfect for the summer right now. You know, you want to protect your skin. It has SPF 30, and it just gives you a nice hydration. But I believe if you are oily, if you're extremely oily, I think this foundation might not work for you because it's water-based, and you know, water and oil does not get along, so it could probably give you more shine to your face. So just be careful with that. But I think it's a really, really nice. If you are oily, too oily, I do recommend you the Stay in Place foundation from Estee Lauder. That one works perfectly. If you're very oily, that's gonna give you like a nice matte. But if you do like to have that kind of a shine to your face, if you really love that, you know, because sometimes a lot of people have different tastes. You know, if you are more into like the glowy aspect, then I do recommend you the Double Wear Nude. But if you're very oily and you want to have a matte face, then I do recommend you the Stay in Place foundation. But overall, I think this foundation does give you a nice glow. It does not give you a high coverage. So I wouldn't recommend this if you really want a high coverage foundation. It just gives you like a lightweight foundation, but you can still see like my acne scars, like right here. You can still see like some pimples coming through, but it does give me like a nice healthy glow to my face. So it just, it's just one of those things. It's a hit and miss. You know, for me, I think I'm going to be using this foundation for an everyday use, where I really don't care about having a high coverage foundation. But if you do want a very high coverage foundation, then this probably might not work for you. But I think for an everyday, for a natural glow, this will be perfect. But like I said, if you want a really high coverage foundation, this is not going to work for you. But with that, I finished my review, my review slash first impression. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, which I'll have the icon here or here, I don't know where, but subscribe to my channel, and comment below. If you have tried this foundation, what have you loved it, how do you use it, and how good it works on you. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next one.